Don't forget, Aucklanders, we need to elect a new mayor, ward councillors and local board members from the 16th of September to the 8th of October 2022. Go to vote.nz for more information on how to enrol. So, in a nutshell, $1 million question, why do you think you're the best candidate to be our Mayor of Auckland?
Thanks for having me on your show. I really appreciate this because this is going to get out to a lot more people than I can reach on my own. So I really appreciate the time to be with you. I think the cool things about being councillor is that it's a reflection of our desire to serve. And I know that many of us come from backgrounds where we want to serve the community, we want to do the best for our families. And we want our families to feel like they're proud of us, that we're doing things that are meaningful, that are contributing to them and to the community. So that's something that I hold really dear to me, that this is a service-oriented position. And the ability to meet people and really understand what their issues are, what they'd like to see for the future, has probably been the most, it's been really humbling, but it's also been so empowering as well, because people trust you with information. They're trusting you with their desires. They're trusting you to represent them and to be even-minded about it, because people disagree along the way and we've got to find a balance. So that's probably been the highlight over the last 6 years in particular. And I meet people like yourself who are doing great things in the community. And it's recognition too that we're not on our own, that if everyone plays their part, then the whole family, the whole community is lifted up, because we've all got to be playing our part. So that's one of the things I've really enjoyed about this role. I know this city, I love this city. I want people to look at the leader of their city and be proud of their leader. I also believe I've got the vision that's going to help all of us dream again, all of us participate in ways that are going to be meaningful, so that our children have the best opportunities available to them when they grow up. And I think we want to be united as a city. We want to be able to share more together. We want to push on ensuring that we're using public transport and active modes of transport really well, better housing and a connected society through encouraging our young people to prosper and to flourish. So that's the leadership style I offer the city. I'll remain calm. Behind the scenes, I'm probably a bit more rough, but out the front, I think it's important that people know that they're meeting with someone who's respectful, who's caring, but is going to push back as well and engage with them on the ideas that they have. So, and can I just remind you, your viewers too, that it's important they vote. At the last election, only 36% of eligible voters voted. That means 1 in 3, and I'd love to see more people voting. So when you get your voting papers, make sure you open them up, tick the boxes and get them straight back to the library or the post office as soon as possible, because it's important that we participate in the vote.
Well, number one, look at what people have done before they became involved in politics. A tree by its fruit. And also, you want someone who cares about you. I'd say when you have problems, who do you want watching your back? Who do you want defending you? That's right, you want me looking after you. And secondly, I got the qualifications and the knowledge, and also I've been around a long time. And that's a lot of it. You get a lot of wisdom just by watching and seeing what's happening and seeing the deep roots, the deep underlying things, not just the surface stuff we see. So yeah, vote for me, because I'll bring change. The change we need. The change we've been waiting for. The change that should have happened when our people got here. But instead, we've been dumped on the waste heaps of South Auckland. Yeah, I like South Auckland on that too. But in reality, it doesn't match up for quality, for facilities and that to anywhere else. And it's about time our people took our rightful place in society rather than sitting at the bottom of it. Because that's the reality of where we are. So that's it. You want change, vote for me. I'll fix it. And don't just vote for me. Now you vote for my party, because we are going to change the city. We're not going to have any more time of the drip down theory. No, I'm going to get into council or get into party. I'm going to shake the tree and all the fruit will come down to us. That's what's going to happen. Don't forget this. 39% of the vote is still undecided. What that tells me is they don't really want to vote for the people already there. But the media is not informing everybody enough. The reason people don't vote, I think, is because they think it won't change anything. They don't really know anything. They don't trust what's happening. I would have said to them, it's like when The Rock was doing his wrestling. They try to give him a persona. They say, go out and do this. And he said, hold on, let me do it myself. Let me develop my own technique. Let me get my own following, let people. And that's what happened. That's what he did. Now, if the media just let people and listen to people, listen to the reaction, let them develop, then people might get an interest instead of being sold this pre-packaged. I mean, the stuff I saw in the paper today was just crazy. I looked at it and go, jeepers, not only are they practically worshipping this candidate, but the only thing he hasn't done yet is pray to him. I mean, it's just puff pieces gone to worship pieces. And I was saying, seriously? Come on. What happened to the policies? I mean, you got a policy here, something for nothing, money to come from parts unknown. If I gave a policy like that, they'd laugh me out and lampoon me. But if you're a favorite, butter can't melt in your mouth. Not that I'm pointing at anybody in particular, but that's the sort of thing that they do. They don't give them the proper scrutiny and a few of the other ones as well. Well, don't worry, I'll deal to those people when I meet them, right? But with our Pacific Island people, I get on fine with Collins. We're fine, we do our own thing. It's just like, like two boxes, like two of the island boxes, you got to do your thing, spar a little bit, but no animosity.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
I think it comes down to the two trades I've had and that the other candidates are actually applying for the wrong job. So we'll start with me though. My engineering background, where I'm a trained diagnostics and maintenance engineer, and my job was to fault find and repair factory automation. So I did that for 16 years. So I was called in when there was trouble. And so I was all over Auckland in factories from South Auckland, East, West Auckland, fixing machinery and making factories run again. That's a vital part because engineers, we're very pragmatic. We work on common sense principles and we know what works and what doesn't. But we also study things. We fault find, we analyze, and we go, there's the problem. Now let's find a solution. Auckland has a lot of problems. So we need to analyze with common sense, and then we can look at finding the solutions rather than just saying, we're going to have to fix that. Well, yes, but we've anyone who's done work on a car, you got to look and see what the problem is first, right? So it's the same principle. I bring that mentality into the Mayoralty, into a leadership role. The other part is my time spent in broadcasting and communications. So it's about time we had a mayor that was able to talk to the people and communicate with them and explain what's going on. And I want to bring that not only to the governance table with all the councillors and inside executive to assist all the different council departments, but also to the people. It's about I want that from my mayor. So that's what I demand. So then that's what I'll provide. And I think every 2 weeks, there's no reason as mayor I wouldn't do a video and, hey, maybe I can get you to host it. And I do a video and we say, okay, Auckland, this is what's been happening over the last 2 weeks. I've been trying to make this happen, this happen, this happen. We're failing because of this. Or we've been trying to do this and we're going ahead. It's worked because we're doing this. If we keep the people informed, people appreciate that. They just want to know what's going on because that's what they're paying for in their rates for a service company. And it's time for the service company to tell them exactly what they're getting. In regards to the other candidates, they've got great skill sets, but they're actually the wrong jobs. So Wayne Brown to me is a project manager, maybe involved in finances as well, not mayor, but doing that role. And so it's horses for courses, you stick to what you're good at. Viv Beck would probably be good in communications or possibly helping to overhaul some of the CCOs to get them back under control. And EFESO, brilliant guy, but if anything by now, he should have been in the MP circus and as a central government working with social services, because his skill set in that would be fantastic and New Zealand needs that. So I'd love him to do that. I think, yes, get him down into government and get him in as an MP and get him into social services and EFESO, go, do it, man, do it. And that's the difference. That's why, and I'm just trying to be honest about it, is why I think I bring a different skill set to the mayoral office against the other candidates for the role.
If you care about your city, our community, It's important to vote and have your say who will represent your community and shape decisions for Tamaki Makaurau. Go to vote.nz for more information on how to enrol.